you excited?
I am excited! And, oh, JSR leans towards the sword.
You can't get that today. Or at least in this run.
Yeah, what's the protocol there? Did they just reset and start again?
Both of these runners are going to head in different directions right now, but the end goal is the same for both of these guys. They want that northeast corner where all the money exists that they need to get their early game weapon.
I'm confused. It's about 30 seconds into this race and no one has that power bracelet yet. What is this? I don't think I've actually seen anyone do this route before. I've only, I learned Swordless for this tournament, and then I just, I lost. And here I am. So let's see how you're supposed to do this the correct way. Some Armos 30. Armos 30 for Cantaloupe, it's shortly behind. JSR is getting massaged by the back end of Octorox. I guess they're going up to this 100 secret. No stranger to JSR, he picked up this 100 secret in the last race. Swordless, 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 Chill Monkey.
That is right. That A button will not have an item here for the next 36 minutes.
I kind of do this compulsive tap on my A button while you do Swordless, just because you can. It has no function. You can't accidentally drop bombs or something with it.
Like in this game, it does absolutely nothing. It's not like Zelda 3 where you have Swordless and Link does that little animation.
No, like the thrust into space in front of him. I like that.
That's right, yeah.
We'll have to ask someone to put that into this game for us as a hot fix. Wow, both players struggling on the same screen. This is not a common place to clip across unless you're familiar with other categories. And JSR and Cantaloupe are familiar with a good handful of categories, but I think these are just two really strong any percent and any percent no-up A runners. Fishing for a bomb here, not really getting one.
Yeah, JSR didn't kill anything, so he still got a chance of maybe getting one, well, until he killed that red Octorok. Cantaloupe ended up killing a couple of things and did not get a bomb drop, so neither of these runners getting any bombs, so they're going to have to purchase some.
It's not a bad thing. If you purchase the bombs, you guarantee you have bombs, right?
That's right, but of course it limits how much you can spend with your arrows when you get the bow.
No, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It is nice that you have the arrows first, you pick up the bow, and then you have a good rapid fire weapon. But how many arrows do you need in this run? We only needed 2 to complete the last category. Something to think about here.
You need a few more in this category because you don't get that A button that would allow you to kill things until you get to the wand, and I hear that wand is pretty well protected.
Yeah, I think there is a white, I don't know, in terms of damage, I know the rod room itself has, 38 damage of Wizrobes in the way, and bombs only do 4 each. So what do you think these players are going to do to try and, expand their bomb ability?
Well, first of all, there's going to be a bomb upgrade. We're going to likely see both of these runners pick up in level 5. And then secondly, they're going to try to farm some bombs by way of doing the consecutive counts. That consecutive count, of course, we've kind of skirted around it throughout the entire run that just happened between these two. But it dictates that 10th enemy that drops the bomb. BTs?
The 10th enemy that drops the bomb is Rick.
You calling me an enemy?
I mean... no comment. Favorable Stalfos patterns here for JSR is the only thing that's put him ahead here. We got that first key out of level 1. And they both take this up A after they bop the key out of the Stalfos. And Cantaloupe is not having a great time with his bombs early on. Yeah, you can actually... oh no.
Yeah,
you get him on the way back.
Yeah. He's just going to have to give up on that key right now. He was hoping to get that key out of the rear.
So this is it's nothing like dying to a manhandler, but we see a couple little hiccups here. Trying to get that global bomb early on, neither player got it. JSR was able to clean up his Guerrilla with a bomb, and he's taking 2 with him over to Aquamenus. Probably get this force here, trying to get a banana.
Yeah,
oh my goodness, an embarrassment.
Yeah, he's setting himself up pretty well right there. He gets both bomb drops, which is nice. Cantaloupe, he's gonna have to grab this key.
All right.
So he's gonna have to kill this room. He does take care of it, gets that key in his hand. Just early on, it seems like this is a category that JSR is a little more familiar with as opposed to Cantaloupe.
Oh, for sure, for sure. JSR will pick up a new category, and he'll get stuck on it for a while, to the point where I've heard him say very naughty things about this game, including that he doesn't want to play it anymore. So we'll see how he behaves through this Swordless category, but Cantaloupe is here for the long haul, and you'll see him go for world record attempts for the rest of his known existence.
Well, I can tell you this, if JSR wins this match, that means JSR is going to have to play this game at least once more.
And playing the game once more is, I don't know, not a position Cantaloupe would like to be in, but I don't know his actual probability of winning. What do the Vegas lines say about Cantaloupeme versus JSR and Swordless? Go ahead, Liquid Husband. Get those lines pulled up.
While we wait for Liquid Husband to pull up those lines, Cantaloupe's going to be heading into level 3, and you saw them do the top route earlier, but now Cantaloupe's kind of forced into doing that top route because Dark Nuts, they don't go down to wood arrows. You need either the wand, which we don't have, or bombs to kill him, and, well, as long as that bomb count says 0, Cantaloupe's not going to be able to get them.
I think we got some select pressing from JSR just now.
Yeah, he's doing what he can to help preserve his current consecutive count so he can force down some bombs. That's a beautiful room right there. That's what they call the second factor.
The only factors I know are 6 and 9. And those are both factors at 54. Alright, nice grouping of these Dark Nuts, but dropped a rupee and a clock, which means we missed bomb and heart and bomb. There we go. Nice little forced action. Auto switch to banana for Cantaloupe, does not throw the banana. Very upset. Cantaloupe is just going to go ahead and clear out this room, the anti-raft room, or anti-room to the raft here, while JSR has already finished up that manhandle, and this is a great place to be in. No sword, 8 bombs, 25 rupees. Dead manhandler.
And we're about to see JSR head on over to level 4, but we're not going to be able to finish this level for a little bit.
Level 4 cannot be finished unless you find a way to kill Gleeok. We know that JSR has attempted placing bombs on Gleeok from the last race, but you can't separate the heads without the magical rod.
And we've mentioned about where we can get this magical rod.
Yeah, so is just getting into 4 and getting the ladder make you rod ready, or is there any other kind of antics you want to do beforehand?
I think you want to get a 100 secret and buy a bomb upgrade.
So I guess it's possible to get the rod with 8 bombs, but you want to have 12 bomb capacity before tackling that venture.
Well, how many HP did you say you had to get in order to be able to push a block that has the wand inside?
I mean, there's just one room has 38, and there are, there's Magical Breakfast 1, which is 3 likes, 2 orange Wizrobes, and 2 blue Wizrobes. So that's another 58 damage there, but you can at least use arrows on the likes and the candle. And you can actually group up the likes with the banana if you're feeling extra fancy, which I am not. I'm feeling speedy and not fancy. I am excited to see which of these players will get the rod first. Honestly, it's hard to, say that these microseconds between them in level 4 here have any value until we get to that rod, because that can make or break your run. You could be minutes apart after that rod.
That is correct here. this run is not determined in the first 15 minutes of this run. Next up for JSR, after he picks up this ladder, I think we're going to be heading where? Grab 100 secret?
Yeah, if you saw anything weird there on JSR's side, it looks like he did an up A, a save, and then a reset on the console. And this is what is affectionately known as like scripting your encounters, essentially, if it was an RPG, but he's reset the RNG by resetting the console and saved his file there. And that will help him predict what's going to happen in front of him. A potion? I did not predict that.
Yeah, this is going to help out with level 6 because these runners are going to be heading to level 6 and they're not going to have a whole lot of health. And you know that stuff that you're talking about, that 38 HP grouping of enemies? They like to hurt Link, and they like to hurt him pretty well.
Does the potion somehow prevent the hurt, or does it just soothe the burning?
Wisdom beams her pretty badly.
You might have seen on Cantaloupe's side is that he refreshed the ladder room, and the Zol took the places of the like, so you could polish them off with just one arrow each instead of having to do all that like damage. That's a net savings of 16 damage. Maybe. There's the 100 secret for Cantaloupe. JSR is got 5 bombs, so I imagine he will probably take the bomb upgrade before fighting the Dark Nuts. He can do it either way. Oh no! But you need 1 heart to live. Alright, so he walks into a Gibdo there. I can't say that it was intentional because it would have been much smoother to up A there, but he took a nasty turn up into a Gibdo, didn't quite see him there. Going back to start level 5 over. I do not like how this impacts his that scripting I was talking about. You want to, you know, predict how your monsters are going to move as much as you can, but taking a bonus death here, not so great.
Cantaloupe going into the cave here, but that was more to get the Tektites out of his way because he's working on account right now.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta duck into one of your penalty boxes. JSR has entered the penalty box room.
Yeah, this is where we're going to get the bomb upgrade. I know under better circumstances he would love to have more than or less than 8 bombs when heading into here.
It's true, if he had intentionally died, he knows his count. Now, if he didn't know his count and he up-A'd, then he would still not know his count, so some strategy there.
Cantaloupe picking up the bombs as well.
Yeah.
And he may opt to purchase the bomb upgrade after he's done with the Room of Requirement, but we'll see how these runners do. Naturally, you want to try to take care of these Dark Nuts. There's the bomb dropped for JSR, but he's going to have to be careful. Down to a half a heart. Pulls out the potion. First use of the potion. Don't want to take a death here.
The red liquid is turned blue. Now he has Beam Sword again. Oh, it turned at the last moment. What a punk. There we go. Alright, the room is all cleared up for JSR. Here's Cantaloupe's opportunity to... Whew, that heart is nice. It stops the infernal beeping, but he will still die in a single impact. There we go. Now he has a buffer. I said buffer, not butter. You really want to keep both of these bombs, because you need one to enter the upgrade doodle, and you need the other one to prevent you from switching to your banana. Oh, wow.
Nice kill.
Jesus, talk about a coin flip right there. That Darknut could have turned either way, but it worked out. He's going to have an extra menu here with a 1 bomb left over. I don't know if it was worth it. In a race, I might have just taken the 12 bombs going in, but you can't really fault him for trying it.
JSR still with a little bit of a lead here, but we have not made it to level 6 yet. And Cantaloupe here getting the key, because he's going to have to grab the key now, because he's not going back to this room. This is where he's going to do the up and A.
The up and or A. I never thought about that. You can up A from the 100 from buying the bombs. That does save quite a bit of time because there's all that text and talking and whatnot, and then walking out of the room carefully. There's a little bit of lag while it takes away your rupees. Oof. Now, Cantaloupe is in a situation that's a little bit better than JSR. If I had to go to level 6, I would like to bring more than 6 rupees with. And this is, I guess, what you were alluding to back when they purchased their opening bombs, is that they don't have very much extra cash. Now, they both have bananas for the belfry with the keys, but those likes, you don't want to use extra bombs on those.
Yeah, and you only have the blue candle, which works 1 per screen.
So you're saying they should go to 7 and get the red candle. Got it. Unlimited damage. Brilliant, Rick. Can you also buy 4 more bombs in level 7? 4 more bombs. 4 more bombs. Alright, that's a nasty spawn out of the Dig Dogger there for Cantaloupe, too. Oh, get to bust out the arrows. I thought he was going to go to the banana here and stun the Dig Dogger, but he doesn't need that business. JSR getting the 30 secret and the backup bombs. I like it. That's going to make him... He missed the power brace again. I don't understand.
Well, we're not going to miss the power bracelet in the next category if JSR is to win this race.
You know, I would like to see a power bracelet. Oh boy.
At least you took the hit by the P-Hat instead of by the Lionel. That would have been much worse for him. Level 6. Wizrobes can only be killed by sword or by bombs.
Well, they don't have a sword. They could have gotten the magical sword. It's in the graveyard right there.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna be able to pick that up with 6 hearts.
Too heavy to hoist. What if you just pick up half of it, like the hilt? Could you bludgeon your enemies?
Nice belfry for JSR.
That was pretty clean. Why would he use all of his arrows instead of that helpful banana? A little overkill for those keys. I don't even think they deserve it. Or maybe they do. Oh! Stuns the like, stands on it. Gets that bomb out early. Oh, this room makes me panic. This is JSR's rod to lose. Alright.
He's not going to have this rod just yet. He's got to go through one more dangerous room. Now, there's an alternate strategy that you may see some runners do with this room is to go to the screen to the left. I'm talking about Cantaloupe's side right now. Go to the screen to the left and then come back in. He gets through it, but he takes a 2-heart bob from a Lionel before he can get there.
Yeah, these guys have a different number of containers as well.
JSR got beamed.
He's missing 3.5 here. So Cantaloupe opt to take a container heart instead of a potion? Is that what happened?
I have to say, assume yes at this point.
Interesting. So there's actually 6 orange Wizrobe in that room JSR is in. He left some alive. Let's hope he knows his count better than he knew his count in level 3.
Yeah, you see him trying to get into that room. Oh, Cantaloupe's gonna have to be careful here with the Wizrobes coming around. JSR's gonna have to be careful too. He does have the blue potion. He's gonna use it.
If ZZ Top wrote a song about potions, JSR would know how to use them. Alright, we got some hearts on the board. We got some Wizrobes. 8 bombs for JSR. And Cantaloupe is now in a situation where his bombs will now be destroyed. He's stuck in a like. There's no way to damage your way out of this thing. There he goes.
Well, there is a way, but they don't have it yet. JSR finally gets to it. He gets the wand.
Cantaloupe has a potion. The magical rod has been obtained! Alright, so JSR... I guess the back half of 6 is pretty trying as well. So let's just see what happens here. It looks like Cantaloupe is starting over here.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to build up a new count here. Takes the intentional bop by his soul now. Although I don't know if it was intentional here. There's 8 keys in this room. He's going to build up his count now.
Okay. you want to try and stay in the middle of the room, just to give your brain the most amount of time to see the fireballs come in from the statues there. And he does a really good job. I'm going to go back and do a little safety farm here on his Zol, because the next room that has monsters for him is not safe, to say the least. JSR still has bombs here, and that's really great and really, really optimistic here, because sometimes you have to reload this room any number of times, and...
Oh, thank God he's got the wand.
Oh no, if only he had the book first. Gotta do 8 before 6. Double dip 8, get the book, make sure you can burn those likes down. Well, good job, JSR. This is pretty much a cakewalk from here on out. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and fade to black here, and that's the end of the race. Nah, that's not true at all. Rick, what's left after the rod here? Because it's confusing. They gotta go in and out of all these dungeons multiple times.
Well, coming up after this, we have more pain and misery, followed by more pain and misery.
So you're saying level 8 and 9 are still factors going on here?
Definitely. More 8 than 9, honestly.
Yeah, 8's rough, and that's because those lagoons we saw in the last race are kind of amplified by the use of the rod. That lag just doesn't go away. Now, that can be a benefit if you're trying to place your damage precisely, but if you're speed racing, what you gotta do is go as fast as possible. I do not like this pattern here.
Oh,
now,
what you death.
Now, what you gotta do is you gotta make a choice. You can take a red Wizrobe beam for 4 hearts, or you can give one a hug for, what is it, half a heart or 1 heart?
It's
touch a red one. 1 heart for touching the red Wizrobe. And he had a heart to spare.
Yeah, that's not a fun death to take there for Cantaloupe, and right now he's probably saying a few words that wouldn't be SpeedGaming family friendly at this point.
No, we like to have a community of friends here. Everything is all rainbow bright. So this is, Cantaloupe usually has some, nuances about his play, like he won't have his opponent stream up, or he'll hide his own timer if he's on a really good pace. So I don't know if Cantaloupe knows he's in a situation here where his opponent has got the rod and clear of 6 already, or if he's just focused and trying not to swear too much.
Oh, that's 2 deaths for Cantaloupe. That room is dangerous.
Yeah, you really gotta...
That room is...
What do you gotta do?
That room is 100% dangerous because you gotta worry about those Wizrobes. And that's one of those rooms where having pause strats can help make better decisions.
Oof. I guess so. You can mash that select button. Even the task does it. So why not our top level runners? Alright, JSR's just gotta watch his health and bomb counts as he progresses through. Takes a little... No, he gets the global and the force there. Oh, and why not? Why not 12 bombs? My goodness.
Yeah, that's 2 right there. Cantaloupe gets another death right there.
Yeah, Cantaloupe's strategy is not working. I think he's gotta try something else. Gets a fairy off Gleeok and everything. JSR is gonna cut a few seconds off that refill. He's not got a great, fantastic time, but in this race he's ahead, and that's just really what it takes. Now, if you're standing in the end zone and you catch the football, now that's a touchdown. But yeah, the player who finishes first will win this race. I think we might see 100% out of these 2.
Isn't that the gift that just keeps on giving?
100% is great, except there's one restriction with the 100% route that the other 2 categories didn't have. And that's that they can't up an A. So they gotta put that second player control. He's just doing the exact same thing. Are we just watching clips of the same death? He keeps going up in that corner, and that's just not what you gotta do.
And he has to go through that room. The problem is that if you go to the room that's to the north, then you find yourself in a 3-headed Gleeok, and, well, there's no way of beating him without a sword.
There's really is not. Or the rod that he needs to go through and move through anyway. So here's what you gotta do. So level 6 has a nice little fallback. Now there's 5 red Wizrobes in that first room. If you can force your bombs up to maximum. And also if you clear that room 3 times, that's a 15 count, then you can just force a fairy on a Zol, and then he'll have 3 bonus health to get through the rest of 6 here.
JSR's not going to get this red candle this go around. This is the only category that JSR is not picking up a red candle.
Interesting. But he has the rod. Can't really justify picking up a red candle at this point.
By the way, Cantaloupe did get through that room.
He did, and now he's in the room of 6 Wizrobes. Does he know that his count is now 0 because he is dead? I was really hoping that bomb would go off. I did notice some clips earlier this week that he was having input trouble, so his D-pad needs to be free and clear. Alright, I think that's all 5 Wizrobes there. Get 5 more. They can't farm any bombs off to Dongos in this category.
Cantaloupe admitting in chat that he is not a real big fan of the Swordless category, so...
I thought I wasn't going to be either, but once you actually start running it, it gets really fun. There's just a little hump there in the beginning to kind of get over, and there's just a slightly different mentality you got to play with here, and that sometimes slower is faster, and I think that's kind of how JSR has been really able to shift gears into the second match. I think he has it kind of built in. He knows it's Swordless. He knows that he's got to go slow. He knows that he's got to count correctly. And if he doesn't count correctly, he knows he's got to force a death, or he's got to up A, he's got to change his situation, because knowing your counts is crucial. There's no just like, I'll get it next global, or I'll just force a bomb in the next level. There is no next level for Cantaloupe. He's got to get through this 6.
JSR's about to do the world wrap to get himself a couple of extra hearts. Maybe just 1 extra heart. I think he may have to go grab that potion before heading into level 8.
JSR is a constantly variable transmission. I like it. No, he definitely can't switch gears sometimes. Cantaloupe gonna use that potion. And he also had that extra heart too that he brought with him too, so hopefully this is the one. We got 11 bombs, we got 0 count, so we'll know where we're at there.
Cantaloupe is going for it.
So the back end of this route for JSR, you finish level 8, you leave without any keys, you pick up 3 keys at a level 2, and then you're off to level 9. So very, very laggy Lagoon 1 for JSR here. We have success. All 38 damage has been dispensed for Cantaloupeme, and he is now hoisting the magical? Can he? Is rod time.
He might go all the way. So one thing that JSR is kind of showing off with this wand is the wand's hitbox is kind of wonky. It's something that you see a lot in randomizer runs, and we know that JSR does do his fair share of randomizer runs, where if you're standing north of a enemy and you use your wand, you might be able to strike some damage into him.
Oh yeah, you get like almost a full tile and a half above Link sometimes. It is great. Also, you can do this trick where you face Dark Nuts, swing the rod into them, and then turn it out of them. You can throw them behind you, and then their iframes will prevent you from taking damage at all. Like I said, I call it the cheater stick when I pick it up. But yeah, that was some hot rod damage there for sure. Bombing Keese. What's happening over here? Cantaloupeme is trying to get his bombs back up. But storing the bomb isn't the greatest idea either, because you can't get the bomb back out unless you also use a bomb on a red Wizrobe here. Man, JSR is just having a field day with that Gleeok, just getting that rod in there and just wiggling it around.
Nice bomb drop there for Cantaloupe.
Forced, bananaed, took about 7 bombs to store it, but we're there. But if he leaves these Vire alive, he can get as many bombs as he would like.
Yeah, and that's why he's wanting them as opposed to sorting them down.
Yeah, we wish he would use a magical sword at this point.
Or rather, bombing them down is what I mean to say.
No, I think you were right. It was a Freudian slip. Alright, JSR has scaled Octorok Mountain. He is ready for level 2. And level 2 is a boatload of fun with a rod because it's like a permanently beamed white sword in level 2, and no one gets to do that ever. No one brings a white sword here. He's gonna pick up the cash too.
You know the best thing is when you wand down Moldorm.
Oh yeah, and he has to because he needs that key. It saves a lot of time for level 9. He's gonna try and fish for some bombs here. He gets them. Next category will be 100% if JSR is able to get through level 9, which is not easy. Well, he skipped Moldorm.
Yeah,
he has an extra key.
Yeah, he's got the keys needed.
This is total crap! I wanted a Moldorm fight!
He's not even gonna show us the Moldorm fight.
Oh man, now I'm really worried we won't even see it. But Cantaloupe has made it to the back half of 6. Goma's gone.
Yeah, let's get some love here for Cantaloupe for getting through that level 6. It shows why.
Show me your clappas in chat.
That's why, there's the runners in this category, they will opt to reset in level 6 over and over again, because that really is a horrible level to have to go through. So Cantaloupe's going to head to level 4. JSR grabbing the extra bombs that he left behind just a moment ago. He is heading to level 9.
Nice. Notice he is going to enter level 9 with 12 bombs. You can't force a bomb off Dodongo, so he did a little trick there. He placed the bombs inside Dodongo, went backwards a whole room, and then continued forward to get his heart container. However, Cantaloupe is now on the overworld, killing blue monsters, hoping they drop bombs. Upside down balloons.
Actually, he's heading to level 7. Let's hope he remembers to finish level 4 at some point.
Yeah, you don't want to enter 4 without bombs, so this is the fallback strategy.
Oh, right, yes, that's correct, yep. Hey, we are going to get a Moldorm kill.
Nice! Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7! Wow.
By the way, there's going to be one major difference in this level 9 compared to what we were going to see in the other 2 categories. The one that we just saw in Race 1 and the one we'll see in Race 3 if JSR is to win. What does that mean?
I don't know. I give up. What is it?
Well, what's the big nuance with the Swordless category? There's some vicious enemy at the very end of the game that you can't really kill without a...
Patra 3.
What are things that are horrible to deal with?
Patra 3s. The whiz robes that protect the silver arrows are not an issue here. Because for whatever reason, when we decided the formulation of this category, the run concludes when you raise your Triforce in front of Ganon. Grumble, grumble. Oh, he gets that meat right on top of the gorilla. Will JSR also place his meat on top of the old man? No, but he feeds him his banana.
Yes, he will. He's going to drive up a count at this point. Get ready for the next room. So, these runners in this category, they do not go and get the silver arrows because, as VTs was mentioning, they are not required to beat the game. So, they will skip that portion of the... And we'll head right straight to Ganon. Once again, time is once the first runner gets into the Ganon room and hoists the Triforce. That will signal the end. So Patra 3 is the big final boss of this run.
Oh, and what is a Patra? But yeah, if you did notice, what you can do to work a count against the old man is you can throw the boomerang and get your count up by either 6, 7, or 9, depending on factors. One of them being the X factor. And JSR is just looking great here. Oh, I expected him to do the standard intentionally bonk off of a Patrette into the door, but it looks like he's just gonna start flailing about in the corner with left Patra business.
Yeah, I think he's just wanting to take it safe at this point and make sure that he can get to this finished part of the game because he does not have any potions. And
did he?
One really nasty room that he still has.
Did he end up drinking both halves of that first potion?
Yeah, he used the first one in the Room of Requirement, and he used the second one in level 6.
Dang. You know, he could have got a safety potion if he wanted to re-up. If he was actually going slow and concerned for his time, maybe he would have done that, but maybe not.
We may see him opt to manipulate this room, but it depends on how well these blue Wizrobes treat him. Oh, they treated him well! Oh, that's beautiful!
You know, that's phenomenal right there. What you want to do is you want to get through that room as quickly as possible because those Wizrobes can start separating on you. And his bomb count was so high that he just had nothing to do but win right there. That's so good. Cantaloupe's still fishing a little bit. I think 6 bombs is plenty. I don't know what JSR is doing in this room here, but this has ended many runs past. He's doing his select strats.
Yeah, he got bopped around by a couple of Wizrobes and wanted to make sure that the Wizrobes didn't give you the how do you do. As we see Cantaloupe heading to level 4. He might be trying to work up a count at this point before he heads in. Or he's doing something. I think we know what he's doing right now.
What's that? Oh, he's got a root quarter somewhere.
Root quartering.
To where? Let's see. Let's see where he goes.
And while he does that, JSR is done. Get your GGs in the chat. JSR forces a game 3.
Wow, that was really JSR's run to snatch from victory. I don't know. Cantaloupe was never really confident about how Swordless play, so interesting that they're going to do 100% last here. GG to Mr. JSR. Again with the select button here. And Cantaloupe is going to level 9 and going to attempt to block clip through the old man.
Yeah, this is a case where Cantaloupe pretty much knew the race was concluded at this point, so...
Well, I've seen it all. I've seen a gorilla fed a stick of meat. I've seen an old man tackle a banana, but now I've seen the old man fed like a dodongo. Cantaloupe has dropped all of his bombs. He's reset his timer. And we have an official forfeit.
That's correct. And we have a game 3 coming up. 100% no up and A. All the stuff to find out who is moving on to the finals to face off against either Roost Slugs or Random Effect. BT, what are we going to see in this next?
His next race is going to be pretty intense. I've actually seen JSR do 100% no up A at a marathon event. So this should be his bread and butter. However, Cantaloupe... What's that?
You do it? Didn't you do that category along with...
Yeah, I was there too, but, you know, JSR took another 90 seconds to finish it. So maybe Cantaloupe can actually eke this one out.
We'll find out coming up in just a moment. We'll take a minute break, and when we come back, Game 3, JSR versus Cantaloupe here on Speed Gaming 2.